In this tutorial of SolidWorks, I am going to create a teapot. So first thing is that you have to change the units. We are going to work in the millimeter gram second units. So change the units. Start your sketching and open your first sketch on the front plane. So we are going to use the revolve command for this first feature. I am going to draw the half sketch. So draw a reference line, make sure you draw a vertical line, then draw a circle, make sure you draw it on the center must be coincident on this reference line but not with the center of this reference line, like that. And then I'm going to draw two lines. Both lines must be horizontal. This line is from the origin and this is horizontal line. Then I am going to use the trim tool, trim to closest. I am going to trim this one and this one and click OK. Now I am going to give the dimension to this sketch. So this dimension, the diameter is 100, and from this center point, the center point of this arc, from this one to this one, this dimension is given as 90, like that. And this total is 150. So 90 here, from this center to this 60 will be left. Exit the sketch. Edit the sketch. We are going to make it a closed sketch, like that. Exit the sketch. So the sketch must be active. Go to features and use the revolve command. So this will be your axis of revolution. So this is the body of the teapot. Now we are going to draw the spout. So sketching, and again I am going to select the front plane and activate the sketching. Then go to normal view. Now I am going to draw a center line, like that, like that. And again the line tool, draw a line from this point to outer edge, like that. And I am going to dimension this line. So from this point to this top, this will be 90. The angle between this line and this reference line is 20. And I am going to draw a center line and reference line, like that. Make sure you don't edit any constraint automatically, just draw it anywhere. Then add the relation for this line and this line. This relation must be perpendicular. So the angle between this line and this center line will be 90. Then I am going to draw a 3-point arc. Select this point and draw an arc like that. Then a line from here to here, like that. And a center line, a reference line from this point to like that. And add the relation between this line and this line. This relation must be perpendicular. Again a center line from this end point to like that, and you see automatically the perpendicular relation is added. If this relation is not added, you needed to define it by adding the relations. I just added it automatically. So next thing is I am going to give the dimension to this sketch. So this one and this dimension must be 45-degree angle, and the dimension radius of this arc is 50, and for this line, make sure you add the dimension like that. This dimension is 40, and we needed to add a relation for this line and this arc. This relation is tangent. And again a relation for this arc and this line. This is also tangent. So now you can see it's fully defined. Now again I am going to add the 3-point arc from this point, add like that. Now I am going to select the center line, draw a line from this point to this, and then add the relation for this point and this line coincident, and angle between them is 65 degree. This arc radius is 30. Now you can see this one is fully defined. So exit the sketch. Now we needed to define a plane normal to this point. Go to features, reference plane, planes. I am going to select this point, first point, and then I am going to select the right plane. So it will add this reference plane. Now select this plane and activate the sketching. Make it normal to you like that, and make sure you select this top point, and this is given as 20 millimeter. So you needed to add the relation, select this circle and this line. We needed to select this point and this line which is showing, and make this relation. So we wanted this, the center of the circle must be coincident this end point. Exit the sketch. Now we are going to use the swift base boss command. So for the profile, the circle is selected, and for the path we needed to select this. These are lines. So as you see in the preview, it's showing like that. That's what we needed, and click OK. You can hide this plane. Now we needed to use the shell command to hollow this body and this spot. I'm going to select this one. So the thickness is 4, and I am going to select this point. So this shell command will be used. It's taking some time. So now this is hollow, you can see. So let me check for the shell we needed to give the thickness to now I am going to use the sketching and open the sketching on front plane. I am going to draw a center line. This must be vertical, and select the line tool like that and like that. Just draw a random sketch, and then from this point I am going to activate the 3-point arc, and like that. Now I am going to define the dimensions. So from this point to this one, this dimension is 80. And from this one to this one, this total is 160 plus 60, like that. Or we can give the dimension from this line to this center point 160. So if you delete this dimension from this point to this, select this line and this outer surface, and it will define the dimension from the center. So from this center to this we needed 160. That's fully defined. And this dimension is given as 20, and from this point to this dimension is 100. So basically we can define it in another way. What we want when we use the sweep command, the sweep will go to this surface little bit inside. So this outer has diameter of 100. So we can select from this to this. This one 90, right? So it must be little bit inside this outer surface. And add the relation. Select this point and this outer edge and make it coincident, and this line and this arc make it tangent. So now it's fully defined. Next we needed to make the sketch on the right plane and make it normal. So now we needed to select the ellipse. So this top point will be the center, and like that. Now we needed to define some relation. Select this point and make it horizontal. Select this point and this point, make it vertical. So you see, when we added the relation, these 2 points are still active. So just click anywhere, so these points must be not active. And this dimension is given as 30, and from this to this point this is given as 6. So again we needed to add a relation. Select this point and this line and add this relation, so it will fully define it. Now exit the sketch, and one thing is left in this path. We needed to add the sketch fillet. Select this one, and the radius of this dimension is 20. So this one is 20. Now use the sweep command. For the profile, select this ellipse, and for the path, select this. Now we needed to make it. Use the mirror command. Select this sweep. Use the mirror command. So feature to mirror. Sweep to is selected, and mirror or plane. We needed to select the right plane. Isometric view. Now we needed to make this base. So activate the front plane, sketching, make it normal to us. I'm going to draw a reference line like that. going to draw a line like that. A horizontal line like that. Just draw this sketch randomly. Like that. Again, 3-point arc. Select this point and this end point and add like that. And draw line from this point to this origin and close the sketch. So we just added the random sketch. Now I am going to select from this point to this. This is given as 10. Add these dimension. This is given as 10. This is given as 10. Add the relation. This arc and this line. This is tangent. So basically I am going to delete this one. Okay, I am going to add a dimension. So from this point to this point, this total dimension is given as 90. And from this point to this point, this dimension is given as 10. Now select the 3 points, select this point and this point, and add something like that. And this point, add the relation, select this point and make it horizontal like that. Then I am going to add the relation, select this arc and this arc, and these are tangent. And this is 10. This one is also 10. And add the relation, select this point and this line and make it coincident. We needed to define 2 lines from here to this point, and again a center line from this point to this point, and make this point horizontal, and this must be 60. Now this sketch is fully defined. Exit the sketch, use the revolve command, and this will be our axis of revolution. So now one thing is left. Go to sketching, open the sketching and select this front plane. Now I am going to draw some center lines like that. And draw lines like that, just some random lines. Use the trim tool, trim this one, this sketch and this sketch, and this dimension is given as 102. Okay, and from here to here top surface this is 90, and this dimension is given as 160. We are giving this dimension because we want to cut this portion and make it like shape of this pot, the pointed shape, and these dimensions just define it randomly so we can make the fully define our sketch. The basic thing is that we needed that cut, so that's why we just draw these things and use the extruded cut and make the forward direction through all both sided. So this is done. Now you can use the fillet command. Select this, not this one. The diameter is 5. Fillet, select this surface, this surface, this surface and this surface, and see we can add the dimension fillet. So we cannot add fillet here because the surface is like not touching with it. You see here it's not going inside, so we can change it by going we needed to define this part. So this 98 dimension I am going to give it 98.5, just little bit. So now it's all the way going inside, nothing is here, so it's just like the material is attached. So the teapot design is done. You can add the material, glass or some metal.